Hey traders, welcome to Quantsapp. My name is Varun, and build-up is a concept that a lot of traders don't actually use. All right, a lot of traders are not aware of. So recently, we have created a video on how to use it on a script-wise basis, right? So if you're looking at individual stocks, if you're looking at indices, just one script at a time, you can actually use the built-up concept. Okay. Today, we'll have a slightly wider perspective or a slightly more macro view, and we'll try to identify sectors based on built up. Okay, so built up sectors will be the name of today's concept. So, the similar concept we will use in terms of particular sectors. Okay, so I'll still repeat some things from that video so that you don't have to navigate back and forth to that video and this video. So, you can still watch that. I will maybe try to leave a link somewhere, but still mainly the focus will be here. So it is intended that you watch this video first, which is for the sectors, so that you get an idea about the sectors, and then you go and watch that particular video so that you know which sector is actually performing well, which sector you can think of on a bearish perspective, and then overall you can trade those as well. Okay, so let us start without wasting a lot of time. My name is Varun. For people who do not know me, I teach here at Quantsapp. I teach people how to trade. The support has been amazing on these videos. Okay, so let me know, share your feedback. Always nice to see these comments, which tell me how to improve, and also they appreciate the way of teaching as well. So I am always motivated by those. So make sure that you are commenting on this video. Make sure you are liking the video, and let us start without wasting any more time. So first, I would like to explain the concept of built up. So I know it sometimes looks repetitive, but again, for people who are just directly opening this video, it is sometimes easier for them. So I'll explain the concept of built up, and then we'll move on further. So let me just share the screen. So I'll share the whiteboard first so that I can explain what exactly built up is, so that you can actually implement it conceptually. So if you are strong when it comes to option-based concepts, you can actually trade with the help of books. You know the logic behind how it is used, why it is used in that way. Okay, so what exactly is built up? So first, built up as a word, built up means accumulation. Built up means accumulation. When it comes to futures and options, it is nothing but accumulation of open interest, right? Or accumulation of actual positions, right? So built up is generally a future based concept. So this is the first thing that you learn here. Okay, so built up is a future based, just a minute, based concept. Okay, so built up is a future based concept. All right. Now moving to open interest. So what exactly is open interest? So it is built up is generally open interest is at the core of it, at the core of built up, because open interest data is further interpreted as built-up data. Okay, so open interest. Open interest is nothing but number of open contracts, right? So how many quantities are actually engaging the traders, right? So let's say if there is 100 open interest, that means there is 100 buyers and 100 sellers, because open interest is just number of open contracts. So open interest shows you how many traders are actually engaged in a particular trade. As simple as that. Okay. So when it comes to futures open interest, we view it from both the buyer's perspective as well as the seller's perspective, which believe it or not, it makes it harder. So I'll explain how it makes it harder. Let's say Nifty's future price is at 20,000. Okay, just an example. This is the current market price on Nifty's future price. Let's say there is an increase in open interest. So increase in open interest is plus 100. So there are 100 new contracts. Okay. Now participation has added, right? There is more participation. That means there is 100 buyers plus 100 sellers, right? 100 buyers and 100 sellers. Now, what do you think? Where will the market go? What do you think? Where will the market go? Okay, let's say if open interest increases by 100 and current market price is 20,000, where do you think the market will go? Can someone explain? If you guess the market is going sideways, you are correct, right? But it does not really happen that way, right? If there is 100 buyers and 100 sellers, market should go sideways. But market is never sideways. So in that case, we need to understand who is initiating those contracts. We need to understand who is initiating those open interest contracts. How do we understand that? It's quite simple actually. So we look at open interest based on future price change. So let's say future price is at 20,000. Okay. Open interest has increased by 100. So now we wait and watch where future price is moving. So let's say future price moves to 20,100. Now I know that future price is increased and futures open interest has also increased. So this would mean that since future price is increasing, since future open interest is increasing, the overall trend is bullish. Fresh buying is happening. So buyers are initiating the contracts. Buyers are much more aggressive, and that is how the price would go up. It's as simple as that. Nothing else. Right? So this is the concept of built up that a lot of traders are using on a daily basis. So the expert level traders generally use this, and the retail traders sometimes have difficulty understanding it. So with the help of this, I hope that you guys will understand. Okay. So built up generally has 4 types of classifications. So I'll explain based on future price and future open interest. So built up, if I explain it in a very simple manner, built up is nothing but the correlation between future price and futures open interest. That's all. So it's that simple actually. Okay. So let's add a couple of things. Let's say first condition. Okay, first condition where future price is increasing. So I'll just add it here. So increase in price plus increase in OI. What does that mean? So since open interest is increasing, I will say that participation is adding, right? So there is fresh increase of new positions. Fresh positions are being added. Since future price is increasing, I will say that there is fresh buying. As simple as that. So future price is increasing, futures open interest is increasing. So there is fresh buying there. Simple as that. Okay. Then I'll subtract price. Okay. So price is decreasing, but OI is increasing. What does that mean? That means that there is fresh selling now. Okay, so price is decreasing, open interest is increasing. So that is fresh selling, as simple as that. Okay. Now, what about the points where open interest is decreasing? Because it does happen, right? Open interest also decreases sometimes. Open interest also sometimes has unwinding effect. So how do you use that? How do you analyze that? So it's quite simple actually. Let's say if futures price is decreasing. Okay, just an example, future price is decreasing and with it, futures open interest is also decreasing. Now, how would you interpret this? So, I would say since open interest is decreasing, that means that futures participation is decreasing. So, open interest is decreasing, no new positions being added. There is some activity in the existing positions or in the existing trades, right? Since price is decreasing, I'll say the existing buyers are squaring off or existing buyers exit. So buyers are exiting from their trades, as simple as that. Similarly, if future price is increasing, okay, and then again, if OI is decreasing, this would now mean sellers are exiting. Since open interest decreased, so I know that existing contracts are experiencing some activity. And since price is increasing, I know that there is buying. So existing sellers are buying their positions. So it's as simple as that. So it can be profit booking point, it can be a loss booking point, it can be simple square off, whatever you want to classify it as. That is how you use it. So again, waiting for future price to change along with futures open interest and then interpreting the overall scenario of the market is known as build. How do you further use it now? Right? How do you further use it? So built-up is generally used as a positional indicator, or it's an analytic that is used for positional trades. So you don't use built-up for intraday trades. You can use it, but it works well on a slightly longer term view. Okay, so if you get what I'm saying, you create a trade for the next 3 days, for the next week, or for the next month or so, right? 15 days, a month. That is how you use built up generally. Okay, so what do these actually mean? So I'll just add the technical terms here as well. So fresh buying is basically long built up. Okay, fresh selling is nothing but long and fresh selling is short built up. Okay, short built up. Then we have profit booking points. So this is first buyer's exit, long unwinding. Okay, and finally seller's exit is nothing but short covering, nothing else. Okay, so long unwinding, and then we have short covering. These are the four types of build-up that are classified. Okay, with the technical terms. So you can just write it down. You can memorize it. It's fine. How does build-up behave? So we need to understand the behavior of certain instruments, and we need to identify how the trend is actually generated. Because it's obvious that if you see mixed cycles, then there is no trend. If you see a particular cycle, then we have a trend. So build-up always has a cycle. So whenever a stock moves up, picture this. If a stock moves up, does it move like this? Whenever a stock moves up, does it move straight like this? Or does it move like this? Okay, so one rise, one fall. Okay, then one rise and one fall. Okay, then one rise and then another fall. So does future price generally move like this? I'm pretty sure it moves like this, right? So this is how future price generally moves. It never moves in a straight line. When price goes up, it never goes up in a straight line. It always goes in a zigzag format. So you can clearly see that the trend is bullish, but there are certain dips. Now, why does this happen? So pictureize this. People who are buying, okay, sometimes they will buy at this price. Okay, so first people bought at this price. Okay, then price went up. So some people looked at this price and said this is a good time to book profits. So they booked profits, or they squared off their long positions in futures, and then price came down. When price came here, a lot of new traders thought of it as a buying opportunity. So buy on dip. This is where a lot of traders bought. Then again, price went up. Again, they squared off. So price came down. Again, they bought, and so on and so forth. So this is a very good indication of a healthy trend, because if there are no dips, then there are no buying opportunities in the market, and you cannot enter it. If there are dips, then there are buying opportunities, and the trend has a good chance of sustaining in the longer term. That's all, right? In a bearish trend, if you are going for some bearish trades, for that, price will move in a similar manner. So it will fall down, then it will come up, right? Then again, it will fall down, then it will come up, then again, it will fall down, and again, so on and so forth. That is how the price also moves. Okay, so I'll just try to draw perfectly. I am not good at drawing, but I'm just making an effort right here. Okay, so that is how you use this. Okay, so this is the idea. Now, this again the same thing. First, people will sell. Where is my pen? Okay, people will sell first here, right? Then they will profit book somewhere around here. Then again, this will create a selling opportunity for the new sellers. They will sell here. Again, they will square off. Again, new selling opportunity, and again, it keeps on falling. So again, a sustained trend, right? So whenever price and open interest is increasing, or let me just clear the drawing. Whenever price and open interest is increasing. So price goes up along with open interest. So this is known as long built up or L. I'll just type L. So this is long built up, right? Just a second. So this is long built up or L. So after that, what would happen? Price decreasing and open interest decreasing. So buyers booking their profits. So this would be long unwinding or LU. So you can type LU here. Okay, so LU, long unwinding. Again, buying opportunity at the dip, people buying here. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but so buying opportunity around here. Why can't I move this? Why can't I move this? Just a second. I cannot move this. Unlock this. Okay, forget it. Right. So price moves up again. This is again long. This is again long. Again, price falls down. So long unwinding. So long and long unwinding is supposed to be a bullish trend. Long and long unwinding is supposed to be a bullish trend. Similarly, short and short covering would be a bearish trend then. Right? If it is short and short covering, then you will find a bearish. So that is the general idea. Whenever price moves up, it's long and long unwinding. Whenever price falls down, it is short and short covering. So we need to identify such cycles. Now, how will you identify these cycles? So to identify these cycles, we have ready-made data inside Quantsapp. So I will share Quantsapp screen. This is the screen of Quantsapp that you can see right here. Okay, this is the screen of Quantsapp. So I am on web.quantsapp.com since I'm on desktop, but you can open the same app on your Android as well as iOS devices because we have a mobile platform available on the App Store. Okay, so you can open that up. Now let's go to the tool name built up. Okay, so we are trying to identify sectoral built up, not normal built up. So I'll help you guys with the normal built up first. So you can just search for built up and you will find built up script symbol. So we open that up, right? And I'll explain future why. So let's add with Nifty. Let's look at the data for the past few months. Okay, maybe the data from December. Yeah, this would be fine, I guess. Right? Not a lot of, Let's take the data from the past maybe few years. This would give a much clearer picture to you guys. Okay. All right. So just look at this data right here. Okay, let's look at the data between these days. Right, between these days. Okay. So the black line is futures price. Okay, this is data on an EOD basis. So every day you can see the dates on each day. So the black line shows the closing price of each day. Okay, closing price of each day. The bars show you open interest. So what the open interest was on that particular day, you can actually see the OI built up and OI unwinding you can identify. So there are 4 colors: green, blue, red, and yellow. So green is identified as long, blue is identified as long unwinding, red is identified as short, and yellow is identified as short covering. Okay. Let's say if I say that price increases, so black line moving up and open interest also increasing. So the bar height increasing. So price moving up and bar height increasing would show you long winter. Okay. Price falling down and bar height increasing would show you short. So you can see red bar. Okay. Bar height decreasing and price falling down is long unwinding, so blue. And bar height decreasing but price going up is yellow, so short covering. So that is the general idea. Okay. Now, if you look closely here, if I just show you this data, what colors do you see predominantly? So I can see green and blue, which is predominant here, green and blue. I can clearly see that green and blue are predominant. That means long and long unwinding cycle is actually here. So long and long unwinding is present. That is why you can see that the price is actually moving up, and price continued to move up even after this, right? So price has continued to move up. There were some dips, but after that you can see that the price has moved. Now, similar, we will look at short and short covering. So if I just show you this, okay, let's look at this data from year to year. Okay, a little bit maybe older, a little bit older. We can look at this data from here. Okay, a little bit zoom. Let me just align it properly. Yeah, this is fine. What color do you see predominantly? Red and yellow. Right? So red and yellow is nothing but short and short covering. What would that mean? A bearish trend. So you can see that the black line is continuously falling down. So this is how you identify a built-up trend. Right? So this is how you identify a cycle. So long and unwinding is a bullish trend. Short and short covering is a bearish trend. As simple as that. Okay. How do you identify these things further? So we need to look at sectors. So for sectors, you can just search for sector now. Okay, you'll find built-up sectors. So just open this tool. Okay, so once you open the built-up sectors, you just let it load, and it will show you what sector is following what built-up. So under long, you can see these are the sectors that are under long, which have an increase in price and increase in open interest, which is today. So this is current built-up, today's built-up. Okay, this is not historical data. This is today's built-up. So long built-up, short built-up, you can see a lot more sectors are in short today. Long unwinding, only one sector, and short covering, there are no sectors which are following a short covering data, right? Or short covering cycle. That is the idea. Okay, so these are the 4 build-ups. What I normally look at is the same thing, sector OIH, the same thing we saw on Nifty. So let's look at maybe private banks, just for example. Okay, private banks, you can see currently there is long and long unwinding. So majorly green and blue color is dominated. There are some yellows, but overarching trend is bullish on private banks. Let's look at the data for the past few days. Okay, there was short and short covering. Now it has switched towards long and long unwinding. Hence, the price is increasing, right? Continuously increasing. Today, private banks has given a breakout. You can clearly see that this high was broken. So there's a very good increase in price. So this is how you use it. Okay. After that, what you can see a lot more things, right? So there is one more thing, absolute open interest and absolute percentage change. So if this is unclear to you, this can also be used if you want to see percentage open interest change. This is something that I use on a daily basis. I like to use this. So you can also use this as well, right? So I first use this to see what the overarching trend is. And then after that, we change. So like right now, you can see pharma is following a short and short covering cycle, right? So pharma is experiencing a bearish trend, right? Private bank already saw. PSU banks, the trend is not that clear. You can see. So PSU banks is not worth entering a trade. Other sector, again, you can see that it is not that great. So this is how you can identify various sectors. But how I like to use this is I like to use sector cycle. So sector cycle is a scanner which I normally use to identify which sectors are actually following a bullish trend or a bearish trend. So that is how I use it. So in simple terms, if I tell you that the look back period is 20, reading, I want to see the stocks which have L-LU or long and long unwinding. So long and long unwinding and short covering, you can select. Okay. Count is nothing but 14. Now, why is the count 14? So 20-day look back period would suggest around a month, right? 20 days look back period is the last 20 sessions, 20 trading sessions. So around approximately a month data. And out of those 20 trading sessions, I want at least 14 days to follow a long and long unwinding. So there should be long or long unwinding, green color or blue color in 14 boxes out of 20 boxes. So out of the last 20 trading sessions, at least 14 days, the sector should experience long and long unwinding. So 70% of the times is the sweet spot. I just click on apply. So as of now, I can see telecom is the only sector which is following a long and long unwinding cycle. Telecom is the only sector which is following a long and long unwinding cycle, which is good, right? If I look at short and short covering, and if I click on apply, so for short and short covering, it is only FMCG. So I have ready-made sectors, right? I know these are the two sectors that are following these particular bit. If you want to change things up a bit, there is also 10 and 7 cycle. So last 10 trading sessions, and out of those 7 count, you can apply that as well. So 10 and 7 also works well. So the principle is the same. 70% of the time generally. Don't try to do longer, right? If let's say I set the look back period as 100 days and out of those I set 70 days, that's never going to happen, right? It's not, it's a futures based trade. It's a futures based trading system. So we do not look at the data from way back, right? Okay. So 10 and 7 is fine if I select long and unwinding and apply. So infra and telecom is good as of now. And for short and short covering, FMCG and pharma is good as of now. So these are the 4 sectors that you can go and enter a trade in, right? Similarly, if you want, you can correlate it with this, right? You can correlate it with this. If I open another tab, just recently, I guess the previous video that was uploaded, we created it for built up script cycle. So if you just type script, you will find built up script cycle. So script cycle I'll apply. Okay, so for long and unwinding, we saw which sector. For long and unwinding, it was infra and telecom for long and unwinding. Okay, so generally it was, I guess, infra, if it was 12 telecom, right? 20 and 40, it was telecom. So telecom is the sector for long and unwinding. So what I do, same thing I'll recreate in script cycle 20 and 40 and sector only telecom. Where is telecom sector? Okay, and I will apply this. So both of these stocks are following a long and unwinding. So Bharti Airtel and Idea under telecom, both of these are following a long and unwinding cycle. So you can enter these trades when it comes to telecom. And for short and short covering, we had which one? We had FMCG, right? So short and short covering, I'll apply here and I'll apply FMCG. Where is FMCG? FMCG, and I'll apply that. Okay, so under FMCG, these are the 4 stocks that you can enter trade for a short build up, right? So Tata Consumer, Nestle, Berger Paint, Asian Paint. So you can correlate both of these tools to identify which stocks to pick for the days. So it can be used for entire trades, but generally we use it for positional trades, right? So that is how you use it. I'll again summarize once. So built up sectors, why is it used? It is used to actually identify a trend, right? So a sustained trend is something that we are looking for. So sustained trend is always viewed for a directional trade, obviously. You can pair it with technicals, whatever setup you have, maybe fundamental setup, technical setup, whatever you have, you can pair it with that so that you have an overall better view on your particular stock. And then after that, you can trade. So 20 and 14 cycle is something that we are using to identify sectors and to identify stocks. So long and unwinding is a bullish trend, short and short covering is a bearish trend, right? So you can use it on an EOD basis. You can use it during the live market. I generally use it on an EOD basis, but the rest is up to you. Whatever you feel like it, you can use it. All right. So that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. All the best on your trading journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you find it informative as well. Thank you so much for the support. Keep those comments coming in, keep those feedbacks coming in so that I can improve myself and bring the best content to you, my viewers. All right, because you are the most important people in my life, at least, and I'll definitely make sure that I keep on delivering quality content to you guys. All right, all the best. And I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Thank you so much. And again, I cannot thank you enough, right? Thank you guys.